So my first, because I didn't have any, I only had euros with me, so my first mission was to find an ATM that would give me money, and of course that always proves a bit of a fun task. But I did find, it only took me like 20 minutes this time to find an ATM sort of near to Victoria Station that gave me my money. And then stop number 2 was to get food. And then stop number 3 was a SIM card for my phone. And then the SIM card was really cheap, but the downside was that there was nobody that could help me out. I had to buy it at a news agency. And it was really, the settings were really weird, so it took me like an hour to figure out exactly which settings were meant to go into my phone so that I could actually get some internet. But I got there in the end, and then that's right. And so I just had a sandwich. That's all I had once I had money, because I wanted to have a really big meal once I had checked into the hotel. So this was probably about 8 o'clock now, and then I'm going to skip out a couple of stories here because this is getting a little bit long. But I got to the hotel, really cool little place, and stupid cheap. It actually was, I'd reserved at £32 for the night without breakfast, and I ended up being charged 27 today, and that includes breakfast. So that was like a really happy little, yay, like best value in London. The whole city, that was by far, especially with that £5 less than what I had reserved for. And then including breakfast, like totally best value in the entire city. And it's not really that far. I think it's about 8 stops away from Victoria Station. And so once I checked in at the hotel and dropped off my bag, I was still really hungry, obviously, and then so I really near to the little hotel. It's a really nice neighborhood, like really, really not like the neighborhood that Camille and I stayed at in Paris. This one is just all beautiful, and it's very upper class-ish, I think, for London. And there's beautiful parks, and everybody is well-mannered, and all the shops look incredibly not dodgy at all. And so I found this little fish and chip shop, and I had fish and chips because that's what I really wanted after my sandwich. I was like, I haven't had fish and chips in a long time. And then I ended up ordering, I just saw lots of fish up on the menu, and it seemed quite expensive except for the cod roe, and which I assumed was some type of lovely cod. And so I had one of those and then a large order of chips, and then it was ridiculously cheap. And then I had this huge big bag, which I took a picture of, and I'll post that as well. So when I got back, I've apparently never had cod roe ever, because it was this little puck of something or other, and it tasted like it came from the sea, but wasn't really to my liking, and so I left most of it. But that was okay, because there was a bucket load of chips. So my belly is full, and I've had lots of water, and I'm definitely feeling full and ridiculously tired now that it's nearly 10:30. And to be fair, I did sleep a fair bit on the bus. I probably slept through maybe 2 or 3 hours. But I still feel like, it's been a nice trip, but definitely, I think just coming into a new country, and especially with the border control and everything, it's just that extra little bit of like, something else that I need to sort out. And, like they're asking me, where am I staying? And I'm like, I don't know where I'm staying, and properly in London, and just all these little things that I haven't really needed to deal much with going between the other parts of Europe that I've been through. Getting the SIM card and local currency, and because up until now it's been just euros and really easy. But I'm well sorted now, and I have breakfast included tomorrow and an entire day of sightseeing ahead of me. I haven't even looked into anything, nothing at all. I should have done that on the bus, but I just thought, no, I'll leave it until tomorrow morning to figure out what it is that I actually want to do. I have a few things in my mind, and I don't need to be in Ireland for another probably, about 3. If I actually want to check out Dublin, it's probably another 3 days that I have here. So I just don't know. I don't really know what I want to see in those 3 days. But I'll try and make up my mind tomorrow morning over breakfast. But yeah, I'm really happy with this place, as in the hotel, and yeah, tomorrow's weather forecast is looking pretty good. It's definitely a lot colder here than even Paris, and certainly the Mediterranean. Even with my blue jumper hoodie thing on this evening out at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, I was like, whoa, if this is what it's going to be like early tomorrow morning, I'm just going to be staying in bed until it actually gets warm. And to be fair, after the last 2 or 3 days in Paris and today's travel day, I'm starting to feel like I would love another rest day of just, I don't know, maybe like even a half day of just sleeping in and going, that'd be so nice.